All right, hello and welcome, welcome. You know the deal. We are back. We're ready for a solo challenge. We are headed to Tharsis. I always forget if I mentioned all of the most recent patch notes in any of the intros of my videos. There's not too much to say other than, hey, they're trying to make the game more stable, so that's cool. This could be an interesting start, not for Helion. There isn't that much heat going on. But there is something here for Mining Guild. Now, Mining Guild struggles with cash flow to get things off the ground. But let's pretend I just start with these cards for now. Right, there's ways of placing oceans, which gives you steel or titanium, which gives you that extra steel income. Then the problem is, what do you spend the steel on? And it's like, actually, Noctis City, Underground City, and power for all of it. Well, all of a sudden, you're able to spend all that steel and get more placements. You know, if you had lots of extra energy, sure, you could maybe go after this. But, like, that seems pretty viable. You could start with a city here and then Noctis City. And if we get more placement, sure, we could go somewhere else. But I'm kind of interested. It's not an incredible start. I'm not sure what we could use the $25 on. Like, you could just Comet, but then you don't have anything for that titanium to be used on. So I'm not quite sold on Eccentric Sponsor. The titanium income is so nice because it's a Jovian, it's a science tag. Those are both really nice. The card draw is nice, and then the $3 per turn worth of titanium adds up. It also diversifies us from our steel. The other half of me wonders if you just go in on the plants. Just get the plants. Noctis City and Underground City will each get, like, will get you 3 more. Like, an extra greenery placement seems pretty nice. The problem is there isn't really a placement to get more steel income from that greenery placement. So, it's a little underwhelming. So, we'll take the 11 titanium. That's $30-something rather than the 11 plants, which is, you know, a greenery. And a heat bump? I don't know. I'm just going to value that extra card and hope for the best. So, oceans, we're here. Energy, we're here. I like insects, corroder suits, and all the rest, but I just don't have the money for it. So, there we go. Card draw. Interesting. We actually have enough money to go for an early advertising, which means we'll get an extra income from our Comet. Now, the Comet, almost certainly we go for the steel first so that we can do our energy card. And then here, we don't have quite enough. Noctis City, yeah, we needed 2 more steel, but that's okay. There's a world in which we play Underground City. Instead of playing it here for the titanium, we place it up here for the ocean adjacency and everything. Alright, I had to step away for a hot second, but we are so back. So here we go. Next turn, baby. Got a lot of steel piling up. We have a couple of ambitions for some placements. The heat is already right against us here. Let's go ahead and place an ocean here, a place I normally never consider placing an ocean, but we have Noctis City, so why not? Usually building tags are effectively free in the mid to late game as Mining Guild, so we'll take that. Cheap ocean for later. A lot of Terraforming of Venus. A cheap ocean later is very appealing. Pets, oh man, pets would be lovely with all this stuff. But, like, there's no way I'm going to play it in time. So just grab the cards that are good. Play the cards. Probably the Underground City. And instead of grabbing this titanium, I am going to grab the money first. I could take another -1 to my income for some more energy that would turn into heat. That's not such a bad idea. Especially because I'm going to have 5 steel next turn. But let's hold on that. 5 steel production is looking pretty good. We're going to take probably some Venus bumps next to get us closer to playing some of those nice cards. Like, boom, Venus income. I don't know that I need a loan at this point. Some energy is really nice, but this is really far off for oxygen. I hate this -1. It's so painful. It's so painful. But sure, we'll play Noctis City just because we have the steel in hand, basically. And even though it's a little bit lame, I'm going to standard project by a heat bump. That'll at least get us this heat income. And I think that keeps us a little bit better on track. Let's lose another income real quick to get some energy coming in, or continue to come in. And if I can play that space event, we can get the heat going. We're close on a couple different things. Mining rates is huge for us. Decomposers is a maybe, and imported GHG actually gets us to a heat bump pretty quickly. I really wish I had this ocean placement so I could mining rights for the titanium down there. I can still mining rights, but I'm gonna have to go for this titanium, which is just a little lame, but that's fine. We'll take this heat because it gets us a heat bump this generation. And I'm still hesitant to play peroxide power, but quite frankly, the heat is needed. So if I get the energy, it'll turn into heat, and that's okay. Let's talk about our Gen 4 audit. How are we feeling? We got 5 TR and no money income, so $5 coming in. That's a pretty poor start, but this is $12 worth of steel and 6 more worth of titanium. So all in, our income is like in the 20s, right? The problem is that it's so skewed into metals that I'm not loving our chances. We do have a few things that could help pull us out of that, which is just terraforming, which we're kind of setting up to do. The fact that we get extra income on cards over 20. The fact that the steel is probably going to keep going. We just need card draw to actually chase it. We have some more titanium very close in this titanium track. So, like, there's a lot of maybes here, basically. In terms of the terraform, horrendous in terms of plants. No Venus infrastructure. At least we have a triple bump coming, which will really at least put us midway up the track. Not many oceans to speak of. 2 already, plus 1 in hand for later. Fine. No real heat income, but we bought that energy just so it can spill over. So a pretty lackluster game so far, but if they just keep feeding us building tags, we can make something of it. If the building tags dry up, we'll be in a little bit of a poopy situation. Dirigibles is good. It starts to align things. Mohole Lake is a big steel expenditure for later. We'd love that. Regolith Eaters actually could work well. It even combos with Mohole Lake. And you know what? An invention contest as well. So we can look at 3 cards and pick the one that has a building tag. So all of that is pretty great. It means we don't get much done this turn, but playing dirigibles basically means we get $3 per turn towards Venus cards. So Ishtar Mining, Giant Solar Shade, a couple things that we have going for us here. We're on breakpoints for cards and heat and everything, so we'd like a little bit more here. I don't mind pushing on oxygen for a turn. We'd like to get to 3 so we can get those microbes. But hey, look, imported nutrients, not bad. Bribe committee, not bad. Hired raiders, I shouldn't need more steel. So a heat bump is lovely. That gets us our free heat income. Free heat income. Our 6 titanium, instead of going with the big asteroid first, I think we just take the giant solar shade. Spend our titanium, spend our stuff. That gets us way up this Venus track, which is lovely. Ishtar mining is pretty playable. The problem is that, like, I kind of want to play Mohole first so I get the money and back from that ocean placement. More heat and oceans is lovely. I don't have a... Well, I was going to say something that was inaccurate, so I'm biding my time. I'm going to put this greenery up here for 1 more steel. That gets us up to 7 steel income, which I think is worthwhile. We get that titanium income, and then we can play Invention Contest early and just have a quick peek, see. An extra microbe could be nice. It is playable really soon. Restricted area for cards, though, I think is just massive. I also think that playing it in this pocket would be a dream come true. Let alone playing it down here just for more steel, but we will see if we actually get steel cards. I mean, we got the Mohole Lake. That was pretty sick. I just need to play that microbe card now so we can actually get some value out of it. Honestly, if it's a building tag, I'm taking it. If it's a building tag, I am taking it. So we're wasting microbe potential right now. So to fix that, Decomposer's a little bit greedy, but we can Decomposers into Regolith Eaters, into Industrial Microbes. This can load up Regolith Eaters a little bit faster, and then Regolith Eaters can set itself up for success. So I think that really works out. Letting the steel pile up for a turn would be nice. Boom, going up to 10. The heat's coming up to 12. A little bit of oxygen keeps us on track. But now with the Regolith Eaters, that should be fine. Animals from Stratospheric Birds is also interesting. Ice Asteroid for Oceans. Cupola City because we have steel. Stratospheric Birds to keep the points going. 25 TR is playable, but I don't really want to chase this. $8 for 4 income. It's Gen 8. You know, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's $16 back for $11 in. Our cash is too important for us, I think, to be chasing that. I mean, I did take the birds, of course, but the birds are animals that I want. so I bought them. There's a few things here we like. Let's rover construction. And I mean, Cupola City, you're looking pretty cute. It's probably worthwhile to restricted area for this steel first. Buy a card. Have a quick peek, you know, protected habs, not necessarily the card we're looking for. But then Cupola City, we have 8 steel in hand, so I can place that here. Make some nice adjacency spots to come. Stratospheric Birds, I'm looking at you. You're looking appealing. But asteroids first, no doubt. Now, I never took this double titanium spot, so I probably should make a detour for it. Yeah. I'm looking at Stratospheric Birds once again, and I'm deciding to play it safe and just grab this 2 TR early. I think that works for us. The heat is still a sore spot. The oceans I'm feeling a little bit better about. So let's take a quick Venus tap just to get us right up against it. There we go. Venus, bumps, discounts, everything like that. Not much Earth to worry about cartel this late in the game. If I grabbed the other income card, I could have like doubled down for going after that. But we'll do you. We'll grab a microbe, so that's ready to go. We can floater on itself. This doesn't have a Venus tag for discount, so I can actually play this first and get a whole bunch of Venus floaters, which can make everything else cheaper. So boom, I think 2 Venus bumps pretty much sets us up. Then we can use some floaters here to get the discount. Stratospheric Birds, you need to play at least, well, one sec. I have 2, yeah. So it does know I can only pay with 1. And then Venusian plants. I mean, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. I really wish I had one more ocean played, but that won't come soon. It will not come soon, that is. I could, you know, I've been putting microbes on Regolith Eaters, but now I can start putting animals on Venusian animals. So perhaps we should play. I'm gonna put this down early. I was hoping to save it for here. Perhaps we should play imported nutrients early so I can afford putting my animals in a different spot. The fact that I'm getting an extra oxygen bump every generation is nice, but the fact that we're so close to the end means I probably still need some oxygen help. Double Venus bump that I can't use. Mangrove could be nice. Indentured workers is pretty bad at this point, so let's just not. Let's buy another card. Don't crater 7%. I mean, it can be played. I didn't get pets this game, though it's doing its darndest to make me regret that decision. But yeah, let's be greedy and grab animals. This is an oxygen bump. We're at 7%, so I have to play that city if I'm gonna play it. I just don't know if I go for a card here or set up adjacencies up here. Like, there's a lot to consider. Let's place it up here. Eos Chasma is super playable, but I'd rather wait for more steel to come in. It is a building tag that can wait, so it should wait. Or we'll just lose out on spending this. So then we come in here. That gets us the plants. Regolith Eaters is set for 2 more generations, which is the rest of the game. Greenery in for the money. And yeah, I have all this extra cash. I'm tempted to buy a couple of heat bumps. I'm tempted to buy a greenery. I'm tempted to buy some oceans. Let's buy an ocean and get the 2-card spot. Not really what I would consider a hit. Let's buy a heat bump and then have the government help us with a heat bump. Because I'd rather buy greeneries because we have all these cities on the board that greeneries are a very efficient way to get points. I mean, fish are great too, don't get me wrong. Aerial mappers. It's a point and it's 2 card draw. So we'll take it. Do I care about these? I don't think so. I guess I go for cards at this point. That was a really good get. We just picked up more floaters. Strip mine. Man, that would have been great even earlier. So air scraping. We use it and we put 3 on dirigibles. Then we play aerial mapping with those 3 floaters. Then dirigibles puts 1 onto aerial mappers, and then boom, you get an extra card, and then next turn we can do that again and get an extra card. A mass converter. I'm 2 science tags away from being able to play that. That's a little heartbreaking. I do like extra energy. Strip mine is nice. It's not necessarily like the thing that's needed, but it's pretty nice, so we should take it. It really solidifies our chances. Again, I'm waiting on Eos Chasma. But I don't mind doing a quick heat bump because I know I'm going to need at least 1. And that gives me a cheeky ocean. So we still need 1 ocean. And then, yeah, it's a greenery, right? It's just a greenery somewhere. Let's just grab 2 plants. I think the 2 plants are going to matter more. It's an oxygen bump. Yeah, the oxygen's super done because I have the extra regolith eaters. So we need help on Venus then. Because we have enough plants here to go for some greeneries. Not to mention the mangrove. Olympus Conference is a point on a thing that I can use steel to do. It doesn't get me enough for mass converter. 12 steel is $24. Like, I can just buy the 2 1-point cards. I hate not taking this, but it's so late and I just don't have any reason to do it. So we won't. Security fleet, that's kind of bad too. Aerial mappers, 1 last card draw. Cheap ocean, again, cutting edge. I mean, That would have been another science tag to work towards a card, but it's not really a big deal. We do all our taps. So this is basically the state of play here. This is a point. It does have 2 discounts that I'll get out of it. So I think I can afford it. I guess the discounts don't really matter all that much because it's just steel. Maybe that was a big mistake and I'm now going to lose because I don't have enough money. Yeah, because those Venus bumps are so expensive. And I need a heat bump. Yeah, that was dumb. I don't know that I had the money either way, but I definitely didn't have enough money. So why did I do that to begin with? Also, I can get a discount on 2 cards I didn't need to play. Because I need to buy the ocean as well, right? Like, yikes. Get the money back. Yeah, I don't even have enough for the Venus, right? Like, this is incredibly poor. I'll just take the points I can get, but we're like so not close that it's like not all that funny. Mangrove is good points. It's adjacencies. I don't have any plant income though. Even with Soil Factory, like I don't really win with Mangrove. Maybe if I played the greenery here for the $4 more, and then I didn't buy that other card for $11 or $12 rather. Like, I actually don't know. Maybe we would have had enough when you consider selling all the cards. I think we would have been 1 bump short. I certainly could have taken 1 fewer oxygen bumps. At one point I took an oxygen bump. I really should have taken a Venus bump. Clearly I couldn't see into the future and know what I was going to be lacking. Yeah, sure, let's play the Mangrove. Get some dollars back. I don't know. Maybe I had enough. If I didn't overpay in steel, I'd have $1 more of stuff. So I think I still wouldn't have had enough for this. But yeah, there you go. I mean, that was so close to a lot of things. Our cities are underwhelming because they don't have enough greeneries. Our TR is underwhelming because it's not 63. Our full terraform is just a little bit of heat and a little bit of Venus out of touch. And we didn't even get 100 points. So I guess this is a bad game. I don't know where it went bad. I think it just was mid. Like, I think we just, like, we had some cities to place and some well-priced energy, but we didn't get, like, that big of a combo. We got a little bit of help on the oxygen side, but we never really got a thing for Venus. Like, we got 3 bumps on one card and 2 bumps on another. But all of the Venus synergies and discounts we got were for, like, card draw, a little bit of income, an animal. Like, and don't get me wrong, we were far short of the 100 points we need. So even these 9 birds, like, they are not the reason we didn't win, right? On its own, or rather, it's not the reason we didn't get a trifecta. Again, my win is 63 TR, full terraform, and 100 points. Like, we needed things to go better, and we just didn't hit. We just didn't hit, boys. But that's fine. We'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now. Have a great one.